it's even better because I didn't have to go and do the 10k run. I'll tell you what, I prefer exercising my own self-importance, so here we are. Now, I think, friends of mine have said to me, Helen, you're really brave. And I'm thinking, am I really brave? I think he's been like a rescue worker outside Gaza, or maybe a firefighter. Now that's brave. Or I tell you what, actually going to the doctors, you know, when you've got a little bit of something wrong and you need to see the doctor, that's brave. Tell you what's really brave is when you go to the doctor and there's something wrong with your arse. And then the doctor, he looks like Daniel Craig. I don't know. So, anyway, I'm slightly, where am I? Anyone else, when they go to the supermarket, need to go for a poo? Well, apparently, this is an actual phenomenon. So it's called Mariko Aoki, and it was founded by a Japanese woman who apparently, when you're in a supermarket, you get a sudden urge to go to the toilet. I was thinking to myself, well, I wonder if when you go to Costco, do you supersize it? Anyway, this slightly happened to me. I was at the checkout at a supermarket, and I was loading up at the checkout, and I was talking to the lovely checkout lady, and I was thinking to myself, oh, you really look like Keith Richards. Anyway, we were chatting, and I was a bit gurgly, and a really big fart fell out. And I was thinking, well, the kids aren't here, no cover. So I'm like, ooh. Anyway, she's going, ooh. And then we sort of look at each other, and she says, ooh, have you, And I was thinking, what? And she said, oh, have you bought some strong cheese? And I said, yes, I have. And I looked in my bags and I started rifling through, and inside I pulled out, and I was really pleased, a packet of mini baby bells. Oh no. Actually, I'm probably too old for some of this, really. I'm 51. And actually, I know, 51. And my mum said, she rang me up, and she said to me, Helen, it's all right, I've been watching lots of telly, and everyone's 50. I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, I used to be a university lecturer, and I'd sometimes get asked to do some things, go online, do presentations, and there was once I had to present to the South Americans, and it was on Teams, and I was being quite casual about it. So I'd set myself up, I was eating a baby bell, and anyway, the lady comes on, and she was really good, she was all very professional, very young, and she hands over to me, and I'm looking, and suddenly I can't see the South Americans, I can't see my video, all I can see is my big, round face, and I was really panicking. So, anyway, I was pressing some buttons, and the video started, but it glitched, and I say, oh no! And ladies and gentlemen, all they got in South America was, oh, 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 oh. I've left that job. Anyway, I'm betrothed. I've been with my partner for 25 years. Got a ring on my finger. We're not taking it too quickly, obviously. Anyway, he says, I don't know what you think about this, he says, men are more romantic than women. Yeah. Is that true? You look quite romantic. You look quite romantic. Anyway, so I was like, okay. When we first met, he bought me a gift. And it was beautifully wrapped. It was from an actual jeweller's. And there was a box, and there was a bag, and there was a bow on it. It looked really beautiful. And I was dead excited. And so I open it up, and I look inside. And ladies and gentlemen, inside the box was a solid silver chip fork. Well, I know you don't like wood in your mouth. So I bought him a bottle opener for his birthday. Thought, screw you. Anyway, so we've got a couple of kids. I asked one of them, I said, we were doing a bit of homework for this, and I said, what do you think about your mummy? Have you got any standout qualities, any features, anything that makes me unique? And my youngest said, nothing. Nothing springs to mind. I was like, okay, so I hope you've enjoyed my nothing. Thank you very much, Darby. You've been amazing. And if you don't believe me, and you suffer with Marie karaoke, don't see me after the show.